Morning guys, I'm at my daughter's swim practice. It is 8:20. We were late. Had a long weekend. None of us wanted to wake up, but anyway. How's everybody doing? It's a new week. It's Monday. I was thinking the other day about when I first started doing YouTube, like when I first started vlogging in 2018. And then in 2019, January 1st is when I started going like really hard on YouTube, like making my acoustic videos and stuff. Being in front of the camera, you kind of go into this mode where you're a little extra. You're like more than yourself, if that makes sense. Like you're kind of a character of yourself. And like, I think there's a couple ways to look at that. The basic topic of this video is like, don't be a character, right? Unless you're gonna be a character. So there's like the difference there, right? Sometimes you might like, hey guys, what's up? Like just be, you know what I mean? Like it's just a little extra. It's you, but it's just a little extra. And it's an automatic mode that you go into, and you don't realize you're doing it until like, I don't know, 20, 50, 100 videos in. You're like, yeah, you have to get comfortable behind the camera, sort of being yourself, like being you, and not overdoing it, right? But then there's people that, they're characters on their YouTube channel. Like it's part of the identity of the channel. It's like it's meant to kind of be a little more wacky or zany or just different. It's like Blippi or something, right? You're a character. You're playing a children's show, like children's show host. Like, but I think most of us aren't doing something like that. We're just like talking about our lives, talking to the camera. If you're just a normal person that's just sharing parts of their life on YouTube, and you're trying to convey the authenticity of real life for you, you have to sort of learn how to be in front of and talk to the camera in a way that sounds like you. And that is when people are going to start paying attention, Obviously, there's like, I've seen people, there's a lot of like, I don't know if you can call it rage bait, or like, there's a lot of people that sort of put on this persona of like, I'll say whatever I want. I'll do whatever, I don't care. To me, it's something that is going to get views, because you're sort of like, are you that way in real life, or is this just a character, a persona that you're putting on? Because I'm not like that. I'm not very confrontational. This is just me. This is like, I like to try to figure things out. I don't like to blast my shit all over the internet. Even when I'm going through bad stuff, I try not to go too deep into the weeds and dropping names, and I'm not that person. Like, I'm not like the tell all, putting people on blast kind of guy. I've just never been like that. And I see some of that on YouTube, and it makes me wonder if like, is that really you, or are you just trying to get views on your channel? For me, I try to turn the camera on and talk and show, so. And this is an early morning video, and I really need to wait until later in the day to do these, because my brain is just like right now. YouTube started with videos like this. It's just YouTube, YouTube. It's your channel, it's you. And man, it's really, the last 20 years has been incredible. All the different phases it's gone through, right? All the different people that have grown these amazing channels, building these communities. And for me, like, I always found it hard to be like a vlogging day in the life kind of channel, just because the channels that really thrive the most are the like the how-tos and like the things that are like super interesting. And of course now we're being flooded with like AI videos. I mean, I don't know how many AI videos I've seen just this past week, you know, thinking, oh, that looks interesting, and I'll go to watch it, and it's like you can just tell that it's AI voice, and it's just a bunch of like stock footage, and it's like, God, somebody's making a ton of money getting views by using AI. And hey, whatever, you know, but I guess I kind of used to look at it like, how do I compete with all these like fitness influencers and, you know, dietary nutrition people, and what drill should I buy? Like videos like that, you know, like you just sort of realize that your audience is out there. It's just, you just need to keep making videos. And I've been vlogging since 2018, and oh man, this is hard. I think I've had a couple videos hit 1,000, 1,200 views, maybe 1,500 views as far as like vlogs. My acoustic videos have done pretty well over the years, a few thousand here and there. But the vlogs, man, like my video about the Virginia Beach show earlier this month is like at 12,000 views. That one is the one that popped. And that's the one that started showing my videos to more people. And all my videos have been hitting 1,000 lately, most of my videos. And it's just like, okay. And I know that it was from the tour footage, like people are really interested in that, you know? I tried to make videos on tour before, but they just never clicked for some reason. But that one just worked. And like, you just never know what's gonna work. So I kept making the videos every day for this last month, and I just found a lot of new people, or a lot of people found me, I guess, and a lot of new people found the band as well. So like, I'm getting people hit me up on Instagram now, DMing me, saying, dude, found you on YouTube, like, your music's rad, you seem like a cool guy. Like, that's cool. That's something that I was looking for, a way to expand past the bubble that we had, like that the band had and that I had. And we were kind of in this bubble, you know, and I couldn't figure out how to like reach people outside. And to see these comments of people that had never heard of the band before, don't even listen to our style of music, and they're checking it out now. I think that's so cool, you know? That to me signifies that like, it's not about the channel, the video, it's not about what you're doing, it's about you, right? Now, there has to be some kind of hook, and for me, it was like talking about selling out this 2,000 cap room in Virginia Beach. That's what really got people interested in it, I guess. So there was a hook there, and you have to find your hook. And that's not to say that like you can't just grow a vlog channel just by doing normal everyday things. But maybe a couple of the videos need to sort of hone in on some sort of everyday thing that, you know, a large part of the country or the world is doing, like, I don't know, dropping their kids off at school, or like dealing with the electric bill, you know, just something that people can connect with, you know, because that's something that people that everyone's dealing with and going through. If you sort of show that and talk about your experience on that, you know, that something like that would be a good hook to bring people in, I think. I always thought that, like, you know, being in the band is probably the most, and like touring and stuff is probably the most interesting thing about me and what I do. So, and I had seen other bands like that were on tour doing tour vlogs and getting like 5, 10, 20, 30,000 views. I'm like, how are they getting so many views? Like, I'm doing this. I'm showing like crowds from the stage and, you know, some footage from backstage and stuff like that, but like, it just didn't click. But as I said, like earlier this month, it just clicked. I started getting a bunch of people watching, and I racked up like 500 subs this month. There is something to having that hook to get people interested, and then it becomes about you. It's sort of like that one video finally draws people in, and then it's up to you to keep like watering that plant, you know. Since I've gotten off tour, I've had a few videos where I'm just at home and trying to make that interesting, you know. But I'm hoping by now that the people that have been tuning in are interested in me and like me, you know, and just want to watch what I'm doing, you know. So I think still though, after everything, I love creating and making things, but it doesn't necessarily have to, you don't have to do this to like try to become famous or make money or something like that. Now I am monetized and I do make okay money. Depends on how much work I put into it month to month. I used to do a lot better when I was streaming every week. I haven't streamed in a long time, and the money was a lot better when I was doing that, but I want to get back to it, but you know, the voice issues have really been keeping me down. So you can make pretty decent money on here. I think everyone should just make videos on YouTube, honestly. Like, document your life a little bit and keep them, even just keep them like private or unlisted, so you can send a link to a friend or something as an unlisted. But like, I don't know, just like document your life a little bit so you can look back and see where you were at that time, and just use it as a journal. I think using your vlog as a journal is a great idea. I know that I've used this. I've used my vlog as a journal, and just sort of, you answer a lot of your own questions. You learn how to ask the right questions, and I tend to get answers when I start kind of working this stuff out, whether it's on camera or writing it down in my journal. And I find that a lot of people connect with it. So yeah, so if you're stressed about your vlog not popping off or something, just keep going. Like, you don't have to, I know it is a lot of work to film and edit, upload, come up with the right title and all that. I'll tell you guys a tip on titling. You have to like come up with some sort of a grabby, emotional title. I'm not saying like clickbaity. It should be about what's happening in the video. Don't just put some clickbaity title up, but find a part in your video where you're talking about something. Maybe it's the main focus of the video, and figure out a good way to say that in like 50 to 70 characters. I had a video, and I'll admit that this looked a little clickbaity, I guess. A couple years back, I was doing Vlogvember, and I was talking about burning some of my dad's old paperwork and set up the solo stove in the backyard. And in any case, there's one part in the video where I'm like, ugh, like this. It was a real moment where I was like thinking about something or whatever. So I used that frame as the thumbnail, and in the title it was something like, my dad's life is depressing me or ruining my life or something like that, or my dad's life is making me sad, or something like that. It's just a good way to kind of explain what's happening in the video, because it's really what it is. The whole video is me talking about like, going through my dad's paperwork and stuff, his bank statements and letters to bill collectors and stuff. Just, you know, it's depressing, you know, and it depressed me every time I had to go through that stuff. So that was a good line. That was a good title for that video, you know, and it got a lot of views. People clicked on it because it looked like I was gonna cry or something in the video. But you just have to come up with something kind of emotional, or something that's gonna make people go, oh man, what's this about? What's going on here? Just think about your titles, and you don't have to do it right away. Like, upload the video and just make it private until it's been processed and checked and all that stuff, and then you've had time to really think about the name of your video. Because honestly, like, I don't think the time of day matters that much. It does, in the sense of like, YouTube it'll rank your last 10 videos, and the goal is to like get a 1 out of 10, and it's a competition with yourself where it'll be like, this video has, you know, 400 views in the first 3 hours, and whereas like your 10th video had 50 views in the first 3 hours. So it compares, and it changes every hour. It's like, so in the first 24 hours, this video is a 3 out of 10, and then you look and see, okay, what video was 1 and 2 out of 10. I think timing kind of matters with that. So like if you put a video up at 11 a.m. and then you put the next video up at 9 p.m., right? The viewership on it may be different. You may not get a 1 out of 10, but it's because you put it up so late, whereas the previous video, you put it up 11 a.m. and it had all day to get views. And I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm just saying that like when you're comparing the 1 out of 10, you don't be so hard on yourself, because chances are you posted it at a different time than the last one and so on. Over time is really what matters. It's not so much about the first couple days, it's about over time. How's the video doing? Is it still getting views? You know, is it climbing? But it is good that they have those tools in there, because you kind of see like, oh, like, was it the title? Was it the thumbnail? Was it the topic? What was I talking about? You know, what was the video about? I know this video is kind of getting into the weeds a little bit, and I'm doing my best with my morning brain to explain all these things. I'm just saying, don't get bummed out if your video doesn't get 100 views or whatever. Like, just keep making videos because you enjoy it. It's the same thing with music. Like, you know, I've had songs, I drop a song and it does like almost nothing. Like, I had a song, and we had a record of getting like 100K in the first week of streams on Spotify, right? I had a song come out, it did not even 10K the first week. And we were like, it had to be a bug. It had to be some kind of weird, because that song didn't get any love. And it was disappointing, but you just put out another one, you know? It's the same thing, just put out another video. Keep making videos. I don't know, this coffee's still hot. I made it like 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. So yeah, I kind of got off on a tangent, but like, there's no need to be a character, and sort of pay attention to yourself while you're filming. Just be normal. Press record and sit there for a minute and just kind of just get in there and be like, hey, what's up, guys? You know, what's up, guys? You don't have to be like that, you know? Just be you. If you're not the type of person that is loud and zany, you know, if you're not the life of the party, like don't worry, don't project that. Like, don't try to project that. Just be you. If you're someone who's just real quiet and chill, be that, you know, because you're going to connect with other people like that, and you may help other people open up and want to try this. You know, like, you could inspire someone. You don't have to be some superstar. You don't even have to be someone like me. My band does really well for the level that we're at, and I can go anywhere in the country and people will be singing our songs. I'll have some people there singing our songs, right? And that's awesome. But you don't have to have that. You can just be a normal person. You can inspire someone. So, yeah. All right, I guess that's it. I have scrambled egg brain. And I guess I'm done with this one. All right, I will see you guys in the next one.